Well, first off, you have to really create that entrepreneurial ecosystem. So without that, you really aren't going to be able to create innovation. So governments, research organizations, as well as individuals need to participate in that process. And so one of the things that we do is we help in training entrepreneurs. So it's really the bottom-up type of approach. And we've been doing this in Poland, for example, where they're concentrating on the younger generation. And so they are helping instill in them that understanding of what is it industry is looking for, what are the needs, what are the wants of industry, and focusing the research that they're doing as well as the type of degrees and the development of their intellectual asset in the country to match up with that. So it's a long process. It doesn't happen overnight. It will take some time, but I think they are working on that analysis process, the recognition of if we develop it, somebody's got to want it. You can't just develop in a vacuum. In addition to that, you also need funding and you need infrastructure. And the government needs to be involved in some of that translational funding. So you can't just have the research happening at the universities and the productization happening at the companies. There's a gap in between. And that's government's got a role in that process. And so if they participate in that translational aspect of lowering the risk, further developing the technology, again, innovation can help. One of the other aspects of open innovation for developing economies is making sure that those organizations are looking externally as well. Not just how does my technology compare with what already exists out there, to make sure that they're being as productive as possible, because many times in developing economies you can reuse what already exists out there, and so be more efficient with the research that's being done and focusing not on what can already be leveraged within industry, but what's the next thing that can happen, and then looking externally on how to apply that. Again, when we've been teaching in Poland, many of our students we've noticed would have developed some innovation, and either it may exist externally, but since it didn't exist in Poland, they didn't see that there was that need was met, or they had something that was really innovative and didn't perceive it as something that could be used external to Poland, and they thought small of just how do I apply it and how do I create a business here in Poland where it could be external as well. So looking externally is very important at both stages of innovation, as you're conceiving as well as you're looking to see how it might be applied.